Hey, welcome to another activity in our C# class. So in this activity, I want to go through some of the requirements that we're going to do for milestone number 1. So you can see here I have a list of 7 milestones that we are going to accomplish throughout the breadth of this course. And the first milestone is to create a console application that will simply store the cells of a board. So here's what the game will look like at the end of our milestone. We're going to create a two-dimensional grid and print it using a console app. And so each square on the board represents a cell. And so we'll have to first of all create a class called cell. Now cell will have several properties in it. Each cell has a distinct row and column number, so that's an integer. And we'll initially set those to a -1 since they haven't been given any location. Then we will set up a property called visited, or is visited perhaps. And this is a true-false, so we'll use a Boolean property. And now we'll have a live property as well. So live could be translated as a live bomb, or this is a loaded cell. And then we'll have another property called live neighbors. So a live neighbor is to tell us how many different bombs are surrounding a cell. And so you can see from some of the examples up here that we have a little star in the grid. So the star represents the cell that is live. There's a bomb there. And so if you look at the neighbors to the bomb, those have numbers on them. So for instance, a number 3 represents a cell that has 3 bombs adjacent to it. And so we'll have to come up with a formula to calculate the number of live neighbors for each cell. So once we have a cell modeled, then we're going to have a board model. Now a board will have a property called size. So we can have different size grids, and it'll be square. So if it's an 8 grid cell, it'll be 8 by 8. Now we'll also have a difficulty, so we can have more crowded games where we have many bombs and others with fewer bombs. And then we'll have a couple of functions that will do the calculations. So set up live neighbors. So this will set up randomly locations where the bombs will be pointed. So we'll have a method that will set up initial bombs. It'll plant bombs on the board in random locations. And then we will have another function that will be able to calculate the number of neighbors that have bombs. So the only goal of this is to actually display the grid. So instead of working with interactions, such as asking users to enter a move or coordinates, we're just simply going to set up the board and print the board. So we will show where the bombs are and calculate the number of neighbors. So that'll be a good start to our program, but it certainly won't be a fully interactive game.